I'll start by introducing myself. My name is Sarah, and I'm an International Admissions and Recruitment Officer here at Carleton University. I am also a very, very proud alumni of Carleton University. So I've graduated here and I was an international student. So actually not too far off from your experience, and I didn't graduate that long ago. If you're trying to guess my age, it was less than a decade ago. Um, so it's really exciting for me to be here and to get to engage with you and interact with you. It's such a pleasure to showcase to you why Carleton. So when we talk about Carleton, of course, we're going to begin by talking about our location in Canada's capital city, our beautiful, beautiful Ottawa. So on a map, we are actually pretty close to Montreal. We're pretty close to Toronto. We are a G7 capital and we have the capital advantage. So studying in Ottawa or in a capital city in general gives you such unique learning opportunities, networking opportunities. You've got the largest tech park in all of Canada in Ottawa. You are very close to really incredible opportunities in terms of networking, like having visitors on campus that are, we've had the mayor attend before, some politicians, artists, entrepreneurs, businessmen who will come to our campus, talk to our students, join our career fairs, etc., giving you very, very unique opportunities being in a G7 capital. So living in Ottawa, while we're talking about it being a capital city, it is a large urban area, but also actually Ottawa has this small town feel at times, which is beautiful, especially as an international student. As an international student, you want to feel that sense of community. You want to feel like you have a great social life, etc. And it's important for your health as well. Ottawa has incredible festivals. It's a very diverse community. There's a lot that goes on in the city that is really fun for students. And yet, with all that that's going on, it's one of the safest capitals in the world. It's one of the safest cities for students. It's actually voted number 1 for that lifestyle balance between work and life. And these are all things that you, as a student, while you're choosing, because as an international student, you have a lot of opportunities and a lot of options, need to take into consideration that the place that you study in is going to impact how you launch your career and the opportunities provided to you to launch your career, but also the type of living that you would have. So, Carleton University, this is our beautiful campus, which embodies everything that Ottawa stands for, um, from diversity to community to caring. Everything that you see within those white little dots, that's Carleton University. It's a beautiful campus. I am absolutely in love with it. Actually, I was raised in Saudi Arabia. I'm originally from Lebanon. And Carleton visited my school when I was younger. And they played a video of the beautiful Rideau Canal just kind of crossing our campus. And I mean, while may not be valid, it was actually the exact reason that I knew I wanted to be in Canada. I wanted to be in Ottawa. I wanted to go to Carleton University because it was so emotional for me watching that video, watching how beautiful the campus was. Um, you can see on one side, we've actually got a lot of residential neighborhoods around us, and I hope that this kind of showcases for you the safety of our campus. It is a pretty large campus. It fits around 35,000 students. And then we've got the Rideau Canal crossing it, like I said. On campus, we actually have a medical center. We have athletic facilities like, the soccer field and track and field, ice skating rings, etc. Of course, we've got a gym and a pool. We do have on-campus residence, and we'll talk about that as we go. While we are this mini city inside of a city kind of situation, and we do have quite the large campus, we're actually not in the outskirts of Ottawa. We are pretty close to downtown. We're just about 15 minutes away. And you can see how close we are to the restaurants, etc. So you're still very, very close to the rest of the city while you are living on campus. One thing I definitely want to mention is our underground tunnels. So we are one of the only universities in Canada that have an underground tunnel that connects the entire campus together. So I know one of the things that may kind of worry an international student would be the cold of Canada, and Canada is cold, Ottawa is cold, there's no denial in that. However, one of the resources that is provided, especially for international students as they transition and get used to the weather here, um, would be those underground tunnels. So you are actually able to access really any of our buildings, including residents, through these underground tunnels that are very well ventilated and pretty warm in the winter. So you don't even need to have a jacket on or anything like that. You get up in the morning, you've got an 8:30 a.m. class. You just go to your class through the tunnels right away without having to put any snowshoes on or anything. All right. Co-op and experiential learning. One of the beautiful things about studying Canada, and especially unique at Carleton, we actually have the fastest growing co-op program in Ontario. For those of you who are not familiar with the term co-op, it basically stands for cooperative education. It is paid work experience as part of your study. So as you're studying, you have some work terms and some study terms, allowing you to graduate with up to 2 years of work experience on your resume. This will make you a very unique applicant. It will, of course, advance your employment opportunities, etc. Some of the companies that we work with in co-op, so basically we have contracts with to place our students there for paid work experience, would be Microsoft, Amazon, IBM, Shopify, Nokia, etc. Most of our programs have co-op opportunities. We also have the ISEP program, which is the International Student Employment Program. This is a co-op program that is specifically designed for international students. So only international students can partake in this. Just a little clarification, when I say international students, I am talking about students who do not hold a Canadian citizenship nor a permanent resident status. So these are paid placements that are on campus and in our community. The ISEP program also provides a resources with modules on job search strategies, kind of adjusting to the Canadian hiring process and the Canadian workplace in general. Because of course, every area has its own work culture, etc. Okay, this beautiful map here shows us Canada North, the space where industry, finance, and academic partners collaborate and connect. So we do have a satellite campus, CU at Canada, in Canada North. And this is basically this space where employers and students are both present. Students are studying there, working there. There's different opportunities of why a Carleton student would be there. But it's a really good opportunity for students to be connecting with potential employers, etc. This actually falls under the largest tech park in Canada. A little bit about our residents. So, we do have on-campus dorms, like I said earlier. This is a beautiful showcasing. I want to just leave it on there for a second. These are some visuals as well of our campus, of our residence cafeteria and our residence rooms. So, we do offer a first year guarantee for students. So this means that when a student applies to Carleton, they are guaranteed for their first year, which is 8 months, their first academic year, they're guaranteed a room in residence. This is typically a traditional style room, which means that you have a roommate, you share a washroom, etc. As a part of that, what do you call it? Like package is an all access meal plan. An all access meal plan basically is our full access to our residence cafeteria where we have vegan food, halal food, everything's being cooked fresh, locally grown food. We do have multiple different kinds of food options. So we do offer gluten-free, vegetarian, etc. to accommodate to students. Um, this is open from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day, including the weekends in the regular academic year, which is fall and winter terms, and that comes to 8 months. Together, your food and your room would come to 13,442 Canadian dollars in terms of a fee. So that's covering both at the same time. Actually, I will come back here. So when we talk about Canadian dollars, because some of you may not be familiar with this already, it is not the same as the US dollar. So I highly encourage you to look up the conversion into the currency that you are used to. All right, for student services, Carleton is very, very big on student services. These are just a very few of many, many student services that are available to students. We do have 24/7 on-campus security. They're called campus safety. We do have mental health counseling services, multiple different kinds. We also have a wellness navigator where students can actually, if you're not entirely sure what kind of resource you really need, it's an online tool that students can use and they can, it's anonymous. They can use it as they need to answer some questions, and that will kind of customize a resource list for them. We have mentorship programs and peer support for academics, etc. We've got therapy dogs, which is one of the cutest, most amazing services a school can offer. So basically, if you just kind of want to let some stress out, you can go pet some dogs, spend some time with them. Therapy dogs are usually, of course, they are trained and they're licensed, and they're typically the dogs of some of the staff that are on campus. And then we've got the most incredible office, Go ISSO, which stands for Global Opportunities and International Student Services Office. This is an office that, as an international student, you will find yourself utilizing a lot, and the team is incredible. The ISSO offers immigration advising services. They offer lots of different kinds of events for international students and for socializing. They also take care of our exchange students in and out of Carleton, so exchange outgoing or incoming. They take care of your medical coverage, etc., while you are here in Canada. So we do offer a lot of bachelor degrees at Carleton, 26 undergrad degree programs. So just to give you a quick idea, we have an undergraduate degree program, and in that degree program, we have many different kinds of majors. So we offer 26 undergrad degree programs, and within these that you see on your screen right now, we've got hundreds of majors. Some of the really known ones, of course, would be accounting, architectural studies is incredible, business commerce, which I know a lot of students are very interested in. We've got computer science, cybersecurity, data science. These are incredible programs to go into for the next few years. Engineering is an incredible program at the very top of the list. And then we've got health sciences, and I know we're going to go into sciences today. We've also got Bachelor of Science here. So we are kind of zooming into sciences today. But this is a good overview of the types of degrees that we offer, etc. Okay, I just want to check in with Nady. Nady, has our guest arrived?
I'm here. Can you not see me on the screen?
Oh, no, sorry. Just saw
Yeah,
you.
I've been
Hi,
here the whole
Kim.
time.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. I'm all good. I'm
Awesome.
here. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
awesome. So we'll introduce incredible. This is actually very personal for me because I was a neuroscience student, and we have a special guest, award-winning educator, neuroscientist, and associate dean, Kim Helmans. The floor
Thanks,
is
Sarah.
yours.
Thank you so much. So great to see everybody here today. So as Sarah mentioned, my name is Dr. Kim Hellemans. I am a professor in the Department of Neuroscience, and I taught Sarah. And I'm also one of the Associate Deans of Science, which means that I oversee, my portfolio oversee all of undergraduate recruitment to science, as well as my portfolio is about student wellness and success. So once you start at Carleton in any program that's in the Faculty of Science, you would be under my caretaking responsibility. So I'd just be super delighted to see any of you coming to Carleton in any degree within our program. So as Sarah mentioned, we've got hundreds of programs here at Carleton. We have many different degrees. I just want to point on the screen a list of some of those degrees. Some of them are under the Bachelor of Science. Some of them are their own separate bachelor. For example, Health Sciences is its own bachelor, data science, cybersecurity, nursing. But yeah, as you can see, the flavor of our programs, we have some, sort of typical ones that you might see in a Faculty of Science. So biology, physics, chemistry, biochemistry, math. But then we've got some that I just want to highlight that are a bit different that you might not expect to see, that are sort of unique to Carleton. So one of them is within my own discipline, which is neuroscience. So we do have a neuroscience and mental health program, as well as one called Neuroscience Combined Honors with Biology. Neuroscience is the study of the brain and how it affects behavior. It is a highly successful program for students that are of any interest in going into things like medical school or even any professional health programs that relate to the entire body, as well as research in anything related from anything from Parkinson's disease, Alzheimer's, depression, anxiety, anything that's has anything to do with the nervous system. That's what our folks in neuroscience study. Another one that I want to highlight, if you can go back, is our new biotech program, which will be starting in fall of 2026. This is a super exciting program because, as Sarah mentioned, we have a lot of connections to CU at Canada, our tech park. We have several startups that are actually housed within the walls of Carleton University, as well as some collaborations with tech companies in Canada. And so this program, students will have an opportunity to have actually a bridged internship with a program in the tech field and biotech. So this is a unique opportunity. It's one of the only programs in Ontario that will have that flavor of biotechnology. So really excited about that one. Cybersecurity and data science are also two new programs that are meeting certainly an employment need. So this is from people, organizations and companies within Ottawa that have come to Carleton and said, hey, we need more students that are trained in these very important fields. You can imagine cybersecurity is a huge challenge in today's global networked society. Data science is a mix of using artificial intelligence in combination with, if you like, numbers, math and stats, and computing science. That data science would be the program for you. Again, AI is really important. It's in everything that we're doing now. We have to embed our students with the skills to be able to manage artificial intelligence in a workplace environment. And data science will have this application for things even in health. There's an application in health numbers, as well as companies, sports statistics, everything. Earth sciences, I also want to highlight. It's not something that typically students see in a high school program, but again, if you're looking for jobs that are a career that is going to have employment, Earth sciences, you have a professional geosciences designation after you graduate with Earth sciences degree. And we have in Canada what's called our critical mineral strategy. We have a huge, as you can imagine, Canada's massive, it's expansive. We've got critical minerals in a lot of our northern regions that are necessary to mine in order to meet our tech. So there's silicon in every device that you have. So our earth sciences students go on all these, if you like being outside, field trips all over the world with our earth sciences program. The last one that I wanted to highlight before we move on is our new Bachelor of Science in Nursing. We are the first program in the world to offer a BSCN, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, with prescribing. So all of our nurses will graduate with the ability to be a nurse prescriber within their designation. So that is a huge accomplishment from the folks that developed our new School of Nursing here at Carleton University. So I want to highlight those programs just to show you the diversity of programs that we have. And of course, if you're interested, you can just go on to the Carleton 360 University, Carleton admissions, and just search around. I believe there's a new tool that you can kind of plug in. There's like a little quiz. What do you like to do? And it'll show you some of our amazing programs. So next slide, please. So why Carleton Science? So, you know, as you can imagine, you can take science anywhere in the world. Sarah's highlighted the amazing campus life that we have here. Geographic location is a huge one as to why to pick Carleton University in general, but why Carleton Science? We very much are all about learning by doing. We want to, as much as possible in today's in contemporary society, be able to equip our students with the opportunities to practice the science that they learn in class. Carleton is a comprehensive university. It's a class of university in Canada. We have what's called medical doctoral, comprehensive, and then primarily undergraduate. Comprehensive means that we're sort of in the middle between universities that are all about the sort of professional programs where professors don't really teach very much. Often they're working in the labs or they're engaging in their scholarly research, where versus primarily comprehensive or primarily undergraduate. They do mostly undergraduate teaching. We're right in the middle, which means our professors do a lot of teaching and we also do a lot of research. So our students are involved, if you apply to Carleton Science, our undergraduate students are involved in research right from your first year. Most of them, I'm a professor, I do research, I publish. Every single one of my papers has an undergraduate student listed as an author on that paper because our students have the opportunity to get into our labs and get into the research environment, like I said, right from first year. We have brand new learning spaces. We've got investments in, for example, in my building right now, I'm in the health sciences building that we share neuroscience with the Department of Health Sciences. Brand new teaching labs. We have our chemistry super lab. We have amazing labs in Torrey building that are for our biology students. So we've got these, some of them are pictured on the slide here, beautiful learning spaces for you to learn all our state-of-the-art techniques. We are highly committed to the community. That's what Carleton was built, founded in 1942, I think it is, something like that. And we were built for the community, and we still service the community to a great extent. That's something that we're very proud of. I'm always out there. I'm like, I joke, I'm like an octopus with tentacles all over the Ottawa space. When people hear that I work at Carleton, they're like, we love Carleton because Carleton actually answers the phone. Carleton, we have community organizations that call us and say, hey, we need a collaboration with XYZ. We pick up the phone. We are there, responsive. We do tons of amazing community work, including we have our butterfly show that was just on last week, where we have this wonderful greenhouse with tons of butterflies flying all over you. And we open that up to the community, and we have lots of school groups and so on that come and join us. As you can imagine, I'm the associate dean. I changed my title. When I took on the role, I included the word student success in my title because that is a huge part of what we are focused on here at Carleton University. I oversee something called the Science Student Success Center, which is, I have a staff of 3 people, 50 undergraduate student or volunteer mentors that are there to support students in the Faculty of Science as they go throughout their degree in terms of their career as well as their academic success touch points. So we have lots of we have events all throughout the year where we have like how to get into medical school. We have a health sciences mixer that we're hosting in just under 3 weeks. We have a computer science mixer. We invite industry professionals. We have about 300 people that have come and network with our students that are interested in getting anything into tech or computer science. So lots of focus on student success. As I mentioned, lots of new programs that we're innovating. We're very much trying to position ourselves as a university focused on health and health programs. So the nursing program was sort of our first entry point into that. We've got lots of interesting stuff cooking in the background. I don't want to say too much yet, but if you come to Carleton Science, there'll be some exciting announcements I can guarantee you in the next couple of years. Sarah also mentioned the co-op options that are available. Many programs have co-op, not all. Again, I encourage you to go on our Carleton 360, sign up there if you haven't already, and take a look at our programs and the offerings that we have. And finally, and most importantly, I want to emphasize that a foundational value in Carleton Science is our notion that science is for everyone. Everybody belongs in science. For far too many years, science has been restricted to very small slices of the demographic pie. And our dean, so my boss, Dr. Maria DeRosa, she's a chemist. She's the first female dean in science in its history. And baked into our strategic plan is the notion that we need to make sure that everybody feels comfortable in our labs, our classrooms, and our field work, but also to open up opportunities for folks that have been traditionally not welcome in science. So we've started something called our new Black and Indigenous Student Research Internship to offer up opportunities for students that identify Black or Indigenous Canadian. And we can, if you win one of those internships for the entire summer after anytime, even after your first year, you can earn from up $8,000 to up to $15,000 to do research in one of our incredible labs. So next slide, please. So I want to emphasize again, Sarah already talked about some of our incredible services to our students, but listed here on the slide are, like I said, we really are devoted to student success. So top of the list there is that Science Student Success Center that I oversee, and you can see a photo of that on the slide. It's a great space for students to gather. You can study there. We have chemistry help desk there. If you look the little rooms, we have private rooms where our mentors meet with students to do one-on-one mentorship and support for the students to help them with anything from how to organize your time to best study strategies to support your success. We also have, if you have a registered, or if you have a disability, and anything from a physical disability like blindness or hard of hearing to anything from even a mental neurodiversity, so things like attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, anything in the mental health spectrum, you can register with our Paul Menton Center to get supports for your learning and assessments here at Carleton. So I won't go through all of them because we've touched on them before, but just know that there's lots of supports available to our students, and one of them is a very cute therapy dog. Next slide. So finally, I just want to touch on, once again, our community here at Carleton. It's something that I very much treasure. I know all my students by name. By the time they graduate, I can tell you that I've not only taught the great majority of students in our program, because I teach a first-year neuroscience course, but I've had the opportunity to get to know our students. Pictured even here on the slide is me with my lab. I've got 22 people in my lab. So I've got 5 graduate students, 8 honors thesis students, and a host of volunteers. To me, building that community feel is so important, not only in my program, but now as the Associate Dean in the Faculty of Science. I'd like to believe that when I walk through the halls at Carleton, I feel like I'm like saying hi, you know, from everything from students to staff and faculty members. It's a real joy to work here at Carleton, and I think our students really get a feel for that and understand that you mean something to us. You're not just a number. We want to support you, not just in our classrooms, but in your career as well. And even personally, it's such a gift to be able to teach at Carleton University, and a true privilege to see my students graduate. So I really hope that you join our community. I'm always available if you have any questions about Carleton Science. You've got some amazing folks here from undergrad recruitment and admissions that are there to support you. But if you just Google my name, Kim Hellemans, you will find me. Happy to get an email from you. And if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them. So I'm going to pass it back over to Sarah to complete the rest of this presentation. But just so delighted to see you all join us today from all over the world. How exciting. Yay. Thanks,
Thank you so much. Of course, yes. Thank you so much, Kim. I know you're so passionate about this, and we can always see it when you talk about it. It's incredible. And I just want to reiterate, I was a science international student myself. I was in neuroscience specifically, and that's why Kim is my former professor, but also former colleague. I've actually worked in science before, and I can definitely attest to the fact that the community is just incredible. It is the kind of community that you will look for as an international student wherever you choose to go. Um, Kim, I do have one question for you. Maybe you can kind of shed some light for us. It's a pretty common question we get from students, especially those who are international and not as familiar with our market here. Could you tell us what we can do with a science degree in general, other than research? So if a student
Sure.
is really interested in science and wants to pursue that, but not necessarily in a research or clinical perspective?
Yeah, so there, like I said, there's like sort of three buckets that I see students going into in terms of careers. And I want to make a distinction between, like at Carleton Science, we kind of cluster ourselves into like the life sciences and then the physical sciences space. So we've got things like biochemistry, chemistry, biology, neuro, health sciences. Nursing would be more the life sciences. And then we've got the physical sciences where, you know, earth science kind of bridges the two spaces a bit, but we've got things like computer science, physics, math and stats, data science, cybersecurity. Certainly with those life sciences, what I would say is you've got the opportunity to go into health professional programs. So things like medicine, occupational therapy, physiotherapy, optometry, dentistry, counseling, psychology, even with our neuroscience and mental health program, we do see a lot of students going in that route. And then another big one is research. And then the third pie is really kind of everything, anything goes. A science degree will equip you with critical thinking skills, data analytical skills, communication skills, so talking, writing about science. And I would say here, there's a lot of jobs that are available in places like government. So we do see a lot of our students that will work in places like Health Canada, or even Canadian Food Inspection Agency, the Canadian Centre on Substance Use and Addiction. There's a lot of government agencies located in Ottawa. That's why we call it the capital advantage, because you can do internships or co-op placements in these federal government agencies and then often get jobs in those spaces. So government positions where you can work from anything from even doing like analytics, data analytics, to policy, so we can bridge that science to policy gap. And then, of course, tech spaces, anything in like pharmaceuticals, working in tech startups, lots of those places in Canada North, anything like computer programmers, huge jobs there, AI. And then law school, we see people going into doing law with anything like patent law. You can go into school, you can be an educator in anything related to science. My goodness, like you name it, I've seen my students go there. So I've written like something like 500 letters of reference in my career. But yeah, there's lots of opportunities, I would say, in even with just graduating with a bachelor's, you can get into those entry points. A lot of them are in tech or in pharmaceuticals. And then of course with earth science, they're like professional geoscientists. You can graduate with that and you would have a job working probably like in the mining industry or in government. So you name it, our students are there.
Awesome. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much, Kim.
You're welcome.
Okay. So I'll just continue to talk a little bit about our scholarships and admission requirements in general. And then, of course, I just want to remind everyone that if you have any questions, you can drop them in the Q&A section or interact with us in the chat. So in terms of our scholarships, we do have the renewable automatic entrance scholarships, and these are scholarships that basically you don't need to apply for. We are automatically assessing you when you apply to Carleton. We've got some examples here of two different curriculums. So if you're doing an A-level curriculum or you're doing an IB curriculum, but in general, you can compare it to this admission average. The value of your scholarship will change based on your admission average. But it does range between 1,000 up to 4,000 Canadian dollars per year, removed from your tuition, depending on the admission average that you have. Another automatic one that you do not need to apply for would be the President's Welcome Award for international students. The value is anywhere between 2,000 to 5,000. However, this one is not renewable. So this is in addition to the entrance scholarship that you would be receiving, which hopefully would give you an even higher scholarship altogether. This is also based on your grades. Now, the Prestige Scholarship, which is our competitive scholarship, you do need to be applying directly from high school, so you wouldn't be a transfer student from another post-secondary institution. It does have a minimum average requirement of 90% and above. And if you're not sure, what your average is in terms of a different curriculum that you're studying. So if you don't follow percentages, you can always contact us at international@carleton.ca and we'll help you figure that out. And it does require some community service, extracurricular activities. It requires its own separate application, etc. And the deadline to apply is March 1st. This scholarship is much higher and can go up to around 55,000 Canadian dollars divided into 4 years. All right, our application process, very simple, very easy. You complete an online application, upload the documents that we're requesting from you. If we're not requesting something, you don't need to upload it. Monitor the application. We will give you updates as we go. And then once we have a decision for you, you'll be notified and you can view your decision online. You do not need to send in any hard copy documents to Carleton or mail in anything. Everything is happening online. There are two separate online applications. You will only do one of them. One of them is the direct application. I know Kim kind of touched based on that. She mentioned Carleton 360, which is our website for prospective students. You would basically sign up and apply to up to 2 programs for a flat rate of 100 Canadian dollars. This is recommended if you are only applying to Carleton in Ontario. So I know I mentioned our location earlier. We talked about Ottawa. Ottawa is a city that is in a province called Ontario. So if you're applying to multiple universities in Ontario, then this is probably not the most economic choice for you. But if it's just Carleton in Ontario, then this is what we would recommend. It is probably the most economic option to just sign up and do the application through our website directly. If you are applying to more than just Carleton in Ontario, then you would apply through OUAC, UAC, up to 3 programs or 3 universities, 166 flat fee Canadian dollars. I will mention, if you are Canadian abroad and watching us today, you can only apply through OUAC. You would not be able to apply through our direct website. Oh, and then this kind of clarifies that. So if you're not sure which to go by, then you'll ask yourself, am I a Canadian citizen? If I am, UAC. If I'm not, okay. Am I graduating with an OSSD, which is the Ontario High School System School abroad? If I'm not, okay, am I applying to several universities? If I am, I go through OUAC. If I'm not, I go to the direct application. In terms of the documents, it's fairly straightforward. We need your most recent marks. Typically speaking, students will apply in the beginning of grade 12. So I know you don't have your grade 12 grades already. That's totally fine. You apply with your grade 11. You use your most recent marks. And as your terms go, once you get your term 1 results or term 2 results, then you can upload additional documents. Once you get your final results, that's when we'll need official documentation from you. We don't need official documentation right from the start. So if you're doing, let's say, A-levels, that's totally fine. We'll wait until the very end of the year to receive that from you. We'll probably give you a decision before that, but that is case by case. And of course, an English language test score. So we accept IELTS, TOEFL, Duolingo, multiple different options that are all highlighted on our website with the scores. Some curriculums, we may take your A-level English, for example, at specific grades as an exemption, but this is assessed case by case as well, so you'd need to reach out to us directly. If you want to know if you meet the prerequisites for a specific program, we have a really cool tool on our website, on the admissions website, which I'll put in the chat right after. So you click on your education background. Let's say I'm an international student. I click on international high school. I'll get a 3rd column here that says which curriculum are you studying and then the program of interest. And based on that, it will customize for you the exact courses that you need to be taking in high school in order to qualify for certain programs. Oh, this is giving us an example right there, actually. So right here, as an example, international high school. Let's say that I am coming from an Indian high school and I want to study international business. It tells me exactly what courses I need. All right. Oh, God. All right. So in terms of your English requirements, we already spoke about that. If you believe that you qualify for an exemption, please do not hesitate to reach out to us and let us know. We are more than happy to take a look at your courses, and make a decision on that. In terms of our deadlines to apply would be April 1st for most of our programs. Some programs do have an earlier deadline and have additional requirements like portfolios, supplemental applications. I know we touched on nursing today. Nursing does require a supplemental application. So just be sure to kind of keep up with our website and take a look or reach out to us directly, so that you can apply in time and do all the required documents from you. The programs with earlier deadlines, the earlier deadline is March 1st instead of April 1st. At Carleton, we do rolling admission. Rolling admission basically means that as we're receiving applications, we're processing applications and students are receiving decisions. So there's not one specific time where we're like, okay, we're releasing all decisions this day. So something like, early admissions. No, we are constantly processing your applications as they come through. A typical application will take around 3 weeks. Once you've been accepted at Carleton, you will receive an offer from us. In your offer, you'll find information about your program, about residence and the guaranteed residence that we spoke about earlier. You'll find information about the scholarships that you've received, etc. Once you decide Carleton's the one, um, you have a little timeline here displayed around April or May. We expect you to be accepting your offer and paying a $2,000 deposit, Canadian dollars. Once you do, you will receive the new document provided by immigration called the provincial attestation letter. This is definitely a huge requirement for your study permit applications. So in order to start that, you will need to finish up that first step in order to start your study permit application. Just keep that in mind. In June, we expect you to accept your residence if you choose to live on residence. So the guarantee that we give you, you do have to accept it by a specific deadline. In July, you register for your classes. And in August, you pay your tuition, and you start your mini course online orientation called I Start for international students. And then we see you on campus for international orientation. If you didn't know, you can actually chat with our students directly. These are our student ambassadors. They're incredible, amazing. They come from different programs. They all have different backgrounds. They're current international students. You can connect with them directly by scanning the QR code here. So I'm going to leave it up for 5 seconds or so. All right. And we've got our virtual open house coming up. This is so exciting. It's actually our biggest online event of the year. It'll be on Saturday, November 29. So please be sure to sign up. We will go in depth about our residents. You'll see our student ambassadors. We'll talk about different programs. We'll talk about so many different things, requirements, etc. And we'll be joined by multiple departments from campus. So be sure to join us for this event. All right, I'm going to take a look and see. I think we have some questions here. Okay. So I'll take the general questions in the chat or the Q&A box. Just you can drop them in there. For students who are asking about Ontario Virtual High School, we do accept Ontario Virtual High School's grades, yes. Okay. Thank you so much, Kim, again for joining us today. It was an absolute pleasure. I'm glad that our students got an opportunity um, to directly connect with you and see you speak about the science program. And thank you everyone else for joining us, and giving us the opportunity to present to you.
Thanks, everybody. Have a good rest of your day. Thanks, Sarah.
Of course.